deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Norbes, and let's have a conversation. Everybody keeps hitting me up on the inboxes. They keep asking me these questions about battling and all this type of stuff. So you know what I'm gonna say? I said, let's talk about it. Let's make battle rap great again. Let's see what's up.
I got so much motherfucking design on right now. Every time, bring it back, make it come out, that dirty old boss, I'm the dog with it, like bitches on my line, and you know. I got so much motherfucking design on right now. Every time, bring it back, make it come out, that dirty old boss, I'm the dog with it.
Yo, what up, y'all? What's the word? I'm out here just trying to figure these things out right here. What's the word, y'all, man? It's an early morning, actually. Actually, it's late night, right? Isn't it late night, if I'm not mistaken? Hold on. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Everything should be on. Let me just double check. Am I live right now? Am I live on everything? Let me double check. How do I check if I'm live on everything? I'm trying to see if I'm live on Instagram. Am I live on Instagram? It should be. I should be. Everybody should be on right now. Let me see. I should be on. But anyways, what's the word, y'all? What is the word? You know what I mean? Okay, whatever. I'm trying to see what's up with this OBS thing. But anyways, I'm live right now. I'm trying to figure some things out, doing a couple test runs. You know, I don't see nothing about go live on Instagram. Let me see. Oh shit, it is. Oh, that's crazy. Streaming software to go live. Streaming software. Streaming software. Copy and paste the stream key into your streaming software. Alright, let's see if I gotta put it into oh, this is interesting. I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's over. Norbes. Battle rap and boxing are both dying slow. Well, boxing is not. Boxing is actually on the up. Battle rap, I might agree with you. I might. I literally thought about you today. Like, we need you to interview Remy again. They're trying to run her away from battle rap. Shaking my head with all this messy stuff. I actually spoke to Rem. That's my people's, man. I mean, man, I don't know how to, she's just good people, man. She's just really, really good people, man. I think people need to appreciate that about her. You know what I mean? And, that's just it. That's just what it is to me, to be honest. But what are you specifically talking about? I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff online, but when you start working, hey, Mama Ward, what's up? When you start dealing with and this is the big issue with the battle rap community. It's a community where a lot of people that would never be. Let me just say this safely before I get attacked. It's like a bunch of guys that'll never be cool, that just are cool in battle rap, and people don't know how to act. Chief Skrill, no, I'm not, but I am considering doing a bi-weekly show called Let's Make Battle Rap Great Again. And it's more so because a lot of people have been hitting me up about doing a show. And I'm just like, I'm really not into it. And if I do it, I don't really want it to be based on the battle rap community per se. I'd rather it be about the community of fans that love battle rap, if that makes any sense, right? So I don't want to interview artists. I don't want to push leagues. I don't want to push an agenda. I just want to have an open forum to where people in the battle rap community can say what they want on a bi-weekly basis, because my main focal point on this is really getting a deal, doing the boxing stuff. I really love doing it, and I do have a passion for it. and it's growing. And it's weird because the YouTube side of it isn't, but everywhere else is Twitter and Instagram and everything else. So I kind of want to keep the focal point of this channel on boxing, but I do want to give back to a lot of the people that have followed me over throughout the years that continue to ask me on a daily basis to at least talk to them or give advice. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I didn't really want to at first, but, and I'm gonna be honest, you know who actually convinced me to do it? Was actually ARP. ARP hit me up, and he was like, man, you need to go in there and just talk to people and tell stories. And, he's like, I know you don't really care about legacy and those things, but you have every right to speak on it, especially for everything you've accomplished. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's more so like I don't want to get involved in the messiness of battle rap. Like I'm seeing everything that's going down right now, and it's nothing positive. Everything is destructive. Everything is it's just corny, And to me, that's not where I want to be. Sorry about that, guys. I was actually trying to go live on my Instagram. I didn't know. I don't think I did it correctly. But it's just one of those things. I just want to, I just want this shit to be dope, man. Like I just love doing what I do. So, I don't know why this shit didn't connect and display, but whatever. I'll do it later. It's not connecting my Instagram. But anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of on that mode, man. Like I'm really more so focused on that, What up? Hey, Kato, what's up? Do it because talent haven't been the same without you. People tend to like leave me in this whole talent space. I get it. I think it's more than just talent because I did a lot more than talent, and I think, and that's something that ARP brought up. He's like, I know you get annoyed with it, but a lot of people, that's what they know you for or whatnot, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot more to my story than that, and I have started writing a book and working on those things, but I just don't like the element of the whole thing. I don't like the invasion of privacy, people trying to bring you down. I don't like being around. Like you're not going to see me interview. I'm not going to say, hey, I got Calico on the show. I'm not going to be doing that. I really care less to ever have any guests, or I won't be promoting events, to be honest with you. I just want this to be a forum for fans to voice what they want to voice. Like I see a lot of other people just giving their opinions and having people donate. And listen, I don't want that. I want people to call up, say what they want to say, and do whatever from there. You know what I'm saying? And if I can offer some advice to certain people or even discuss these matters with fans, then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, my involvement within the community is going to be very minimal. I don't talk to anybody in I guess this battle world. I mean, I speak to ARP here and there. You know what I'm saying? And it's more so about family. How you doing? How's the family? Okay, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We might laugh at a couple things we see, but that's about it. Chiefs girls, thank you. I appreciate that. Start a virtual. I don't want to start anything with a league. I don't know if you guys understand. I don't want anything to do with a league. I expressed last time, if I was to ever dive into a situation where I was going to work with a league, it would cost way too much for somebody to acquire me. And to be honest, like I don't like dealing with talent. I don't like dealing with people in the culture. So to me, it would be more so advising. Like I said, there was 4 people that could get me to actually be involved in some type of fashion. You know what I'm saying? And doing what I was doing at the time I was doing it, I was involved in every facet of everything. So it does become overwhelming and things of that nature, and it just didn't become fun. So to me, I would probably isolate myself in a role to where I don't really have to deal with the community of the people. I don't care to go on people's platforms and allow them to try to talk to me in a way because they feel like they're on an equal playing level with me. And it's not like that. It really isn't. Like I've kind of grown past a lot of this stuff, but a lot of my followers want me to talk to them. They want me to advise or things of that nature. And to me, it's not something that I enjoy anymore. I'll be honest with you. I really don't enjoy it. DFAT says protect your peace. Exactly. Like, listen, I get a kick out of taking my kids to ball games, taking them to just being a dad. So I don't want battle rap to consume a lot of what I got going on today. You know what I mean? Opening up new businesses and investing and just learning a lot about life and myself, you know? So, no, absolutely not. I would never be a manager. That was one of the worst experiences I think I've ever had to deal with, to literally be responsible for someone's being and stuff like that. I would absolutely never, ever in my life be someone's manager. Musically, but I mean, and to be honest with you, people in battle rap don't need a manager. There's really no need for it, and I think people don't actually understand what a manager actually does. And in battle rap, what do you actually? Let's break down the manager aspect of that. If you have a manager, okay, in battle rap, what does that actually mean? It means absolutely nothing. I mean, what are they actually managing? What are they actually doing? Are they investing? Are they making profit off of the situation? I guarantee you that 99.9999% of battle rap managers don't see a dollar off of their quote unquote artists. There's not enough money to be made. I don't mind offering advice to some of these individuals, but a lot of these people become quote unquote managers to say to be involved in something because they can't rap. And that's just being blatantly honest. When I was a manager to a battle artist, it was more so about their music. It wasn't about that. And, battle rap was a different world back then, okay? And what I mean by that is when I was working with Mav Hoffa, who was the battle artist that I was working with, it was about the music. It was solely about the music and basically developing or using the battle world to push the music. Now, when you're doing stuff like that, you're not actually understanding that the music world and the battle world are two different things. And people don't understand that. They really don't. The battle world to push the music. Sorry about that, yes. People don't actually understand that. It's two different worlds. You know what I mean? I got involved in it as a manager to push the battle artist music. And we didn't really even want to battle. It was more so to battle to lead us on to other things. But the correlation actually wasn't there. So it didn't work out. So managing Math, it was about that. And it was never about battling. I always thought Math was a good artist back then. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was about. It was never about that. Nowadays, these guys are being managers because they think they can make the artist so big that they make so much money about. But it doesn't work that way. These guys aren't the sharpest tools in the shed. You know what I'm saying? It's such a minute industry. It's like music in the freaking 1910s. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Queen Prophet. I don't think people actually understand that. Like, now people want to be managers, but what are they managing? Like, it's just literally babysitting someone that doesn't want to do the work. Shout out to my guy Static in the building. That's my guy. I don't think people actually understand what it is, and I see people like, oh, this person's a battle rap manager. She has 14 artists. Out of the 14 artists that you have, how much money have you actually made? I've seen people become scouts without a dollar being put in their pocket. I've seen people hosting or just their pay is being in front of a camera, and that's just it's kind of a sad thing. And when we started this, I mean, whether it was Cortez, whether it was Math, whether it was a lot of those individuals in the beginning, it was more so about the music and trying to, uh, cross over. I mean, Murder Mook was trying to do the same thing. Sirius Jones was doing the same thing. In fact, I think Sirius Jones had to deal with DTP. Nowadays, it's less about the music and more about the popularity, but it doesn't necessarily translate popularity to money. A lot of these guys are getting 1 million views and probably seeing $2,000-3,000 for a battle. I mean, 2,000-3,000 battles aren't even half my bills on a monthly basis. If you really think about it, it's absolutely trash, to be honest. There's no scale. Like for instance, an artist, right? They get streamed on Spotify, Apple, what's up, Mo, and all these other places, right? They make a little bit of money off of that, but where they make their money is touring, merchandise. These battle rappers don't have any of that at all. You know what I'm saying? They just get their flat rate and they don't even own their stuff. At least an artist can say they own 100% of what they own. I mean, there has been some smart battlers. Math Hoffa, through his work, he was able to own his own show and make money off of YouTube. I mean, that's something that made sense. He didn't make it as a musician, but hey, he's getting paid off of talking about stuff that he loves. That's the less than 1% of the battle rap world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys are just battling for peanuts. Now, again, this is not a show to critique. I'm just answering the forum of people that are going to come on. And this is kind of what this Let's Make Battle Rap Great Again concept is. It's more so about helping people, you know what I mean? Or just allowing people to voice their opinions. I feel like the battle rap fans, they don't have a voice. They literally just sit there and listen to everybody else's opinions who used to be fans, who now feel like they're fans, their opinions way more than what the fans are putting out there. And it's not like that. Like it's weird, and I feel like the people that suffer the most in battle rap are actually the fans because they don't get their battles. It's not even I remember when Math was gonna battle Rex, right? It was so much excitement around the actual battle. I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife, right? In the building. I mean, it was real. We had MOP with us, right? We had Fame from MOP. We had all the cats from Coney Island. We had Rex pulled up with all his Harlem cats. It was an actual competitive environment, and it was about those two individuals, right? And that's what was the focal point. Now the focal point is everything outside of what the actual talent is. Like, I'm seeing videos or people trying to destroy each other's character before they even rapping. It's more so this one's sleeping with that one, or it has nothing. Everything that you see transpiring in battle rap has nothing to do with battle rap, and I think that is what actually has destroyed battle rap. And it starts from the top down. It is what it is. It's just bad, and the fans suffer. You know what I'm saying? The fans are the ones that suffer, and that's kind of why I want to do this, man. I want to answer you guys' questions. I want to give my opinions on how things can be fixed. And again, I'm not going to give you guys a lot. I'm going to give you 2 episodes a month where you guys can call in. I'm going to have a call-in number. I still have the call-in number now. Elevate says it's too superficial now. Elaborate, Elevate. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm going to put a number across the screen real quick if you guys want to call up and actually chat about it real quick. Let me see if it's actually gonna scroll. Give me a sec. Oh, there it is. It should be scrolling across the screen now. No, it's not actually scrolling. Hold on 1 second. Here it is. No, where the fuck is it? Why is it not scrolling? I don't know why. Anyways, well, it's supposed to be scrolling right now, but for some strange reason, it's not. But I'm gonna put the number up real quick. Fans love drama, kind of like the world we live in. I guess that. Can you name some battles who are doing it correctly, like the Mavs and the Geechees? Um, I don't know if I could say it was correctly. I really don't know much about what Geechee's doing. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't really pay attention. But Mav isn't. He's doing. He got his show. He's making money. I guess it's scrolling. Okay, I didn't see if it was scrolling. Yeah, that number is that number. If you guys want to call up and actually speak on the forum, you can call it right now. I'll answer, and I'll definitely plug you in. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, it's good. So if you guys want to call, that's the number. Okay, I just want to make sure. 'Cause I can't see it on my screen. I didn't even double check. More about the optics and gossip than the actual raps. I think, and I think a lot of it had to do with even the coverage of battle rap. I mean, it's more so about the drama. People are calling up for everything but the actual events, And I think even having as many bloggers as we have, and even what they focus on, because at the end of the day, these people blog because they want money. So a lot of times their focal point is to drive as much traffic as possible, and that's what they do. They'll look for the worst story possible, and they'll talk about it. Like that's it. They'll just, this guy's doing this, or, and it's sad. Jugger said Geechee has his own podcast, his own league, and his music is moving. He's on No Jumper and Funk Flex and all. I mean, that's cool. I mean, again, I don't know what he's doing in regards to other than that. I mean, I know he has his podcast. I don't know how well it's doing. I can't sit here and pull numbers, so that's what I'm saying. I know Mavs stuff is really big, and again, that's no slight at Geechee. I just don't know. There is no build up to the battles. The new talent ain't good enough. No good marketing. The drama's outweighing the battles. I think it's a combination of, and that it's again, it's when I started covering and this is crazy. People don't even remember this, but I think I was the first. Nakai, what's up, brother? I think I was the first guy to have like my own battle rap radio show, right? And then others followed, right? But when I did it, it was with the focal point being to shed light on these artists and these events, and to create narratives, to create excitement. You know what I'm saying? That's why I created that. Now, a bunch of other shows were birthed off of that. I think the only other people that were doing something at the time, and I think it was like Jay Black was doing like reaction videos, and I want to say Chris Unbiased was doing something, but everybody else was just fans. I mean, Angry Fan was a fan. Three Letterman used to call in all the time, but the way I say that to say it was a focal point to it. It was about building the brand. It was about building the culture, and there's so many shows today that have nothing to do with the culture. It's all about drawing clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I mean, I don't know anything about no battles, but I can tell you a bunch of drama that's been transpiring around battle rap, all the people that are involved in it. And I think that's when you got to kind of question, like, yo, this kind of sucks, dude. Like, this is kind of crazy. Jugger says, question knows what changes when Surf comes home. Well, there's nothing that Surf's comeback can do to change what is going on outside of, because you got to look at stability, okay? Right? Let me just answer that question. You got to think about stability, okay? When Surf comes home, he's going to need an opponent. So let's just say he does the Mook battle. It's going to be a big battle. People are going to be excited just him coming home, right? But how do you stabilize that moving forward? After you blow that load, excuse my French, right? What's to follow after that? Okay, he's home, and he battled him. And then what? It's like when Surf said, you passed, he told Casita, you passed the gun to Fox, and then what? what do you do? It has nothing to do with Surf's absence. You know what I'm saying? What's the foundation? What's the plan? You know what I'm saying? It has nothing. You might get a month of excitement, maybe 2 months of excitement, but after that happens, what do you have? Because the culture is still operating at a certain decibel that doesn't allow people to be excited about it. It's the league's fault at this point. Sorry, Queen Prophet. Can you elaborate on that? The sport is. It's not a sport. Let's stop calling it a sport. Let's stop right there because it isn't a sport. Drama in spaces and click behavior killed the game. Well, let me not say 100%, but yeah, it's a lot of effery and battle rap. Nakaya pause. Greetings, Norbes. Easy. The block captain updates. Okay, hey, how you doing? It's been a while. Great to see you back talking battle rap. I won't be doing this too often, but thank you. Exactly. Hold on, Norbes. What's good? Long time you seen the fight? Sorry. No. Listen, this is a boxing channel, but yeah, I did see the fight. I just wanted to make this particular live about battle rap because so many people hit me up on a daily basis. Mostly it's boxing now, which is good. I'm transitioning well. I mean, the YouTube stuff isn't where I want it to be, but everything else is getting up there, relationship-wise. But there's so many people that still want to talk battle rap. If you started scouting again, battle rap would be fire again. Nakaya, I'll be honest with you, man. The way battle rap is structured today, it's not gonna be that dope. And listen, people always talk about the scouting aspect of it. Scouting aspect of it is good, but it's also the presentation of what you got going on. Also, like I said, like it wasn't just scouting; it's packaging these individuals and selling them and putting them in a position that's going to work. It's not being done well, absolutely. But there's so many other things that aren't being done well, and you know some of these guys aren't even getting those right opportunities. And then you got a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing it. So it's more than just the talent. I think people need to stop blaming the talent. You all lost a lot of major stars: Easy Shine, Big K, Ill Will. I mean, everybody makes it about URL, right? I mean, everybody makes it about URL. URL at one point was the biggest league or whatnot, right? But even if you take URL out of the equation, what is everybody else doing? I mean, you got to look at it like everybody, and URL always says, and I've seen stuff before where everybody, you know, they're like, you know, I think it was Beasley, some say, you know, something about talent or whatnot, right? And everybody coming from URL, whatever. Okay, whatever. But in the same breath, what are you all doing to make it exciting? You know what I'm saying? And it's not just URL. It's not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to make their brand great. But if their brand isn't great, there should be opportunities for other people to make it great. Why isn't RBE around anymore? Those are questions you may want to ask him. Why isn't Remy's league as successful? Like, you got to understand, too, it's not the responsibility of battle rap doesn't solely fall on URL. I mean, where's King of the Dot? Nakai says, I actually think the battles have been better, but the culture aspect has gone to shit. Absolutely, I agree. But, Timbus, I'm not going to answer such a stupid question. Like, come on, dude. Like, seriously. Why do I gotta answer such a stupid question? Mr. Rice says nobody retires from battle rap. How can they? When people retire, it's because they've made enough money to retire. I guarantee you, and this is funny. I seen Arsenal do a show, and the show was like, what was it? How I Live. 99.9% of the battle rap community is not going to show how they live. Okay? They're not going to show how they live. That's just facts. Do you know why? Do you know why they're not going to show how they live? Because they don't have nothing to hang their hat on. Shout out to Queen Prophet. You just called in. What's up, girl?
Hey, Norbes. What's going on?
No, just over here, just in the chat, just talking to everybody. What's up?
Yeah, I had to call in because I'm super excited to hear you talking about battle rap. I think I could say that for a lot of people.
Appreciate that.
So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I just wanted to chime in on the topic. Like, I think this is like spot on for where we are in the culture right now. I think our biggest issue is just that we're not catering to the fans. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't really watch sports, but I noticed that, when I see guys watching sports, it's like a whole culture. It's like a whole embodiment of energy, right? The merch, the players,
Hmm.
even when I'm watching, like when you guys are watching the game, there's different people that are talking.
Yeah.
There's clips of the game,
Yeah.
like I've sat in so many meetings over the years with directors, executives, stream producers, and they all ask the same thing. Why do you guys shoot like that? Why is this event like that? Why is it so poor quality? Why is there? It's always the same thing that I hear. So I think that this is like almost like a glimpse of light for us. Because if we as fans have somewhere that it doesn't have to be gossipy, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be clickbait based. I don't knock anybody. Whatever you do is what you do.
Yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
But if we have one safe place to just be like, hey, I went to that event. It was great, but it would have been nice if there was a VIP section upstairs. Like, just stuff like that
Yeah.
so that we can have someone to listen to us. And the last thing I'm going to say about why things are the way they are is you're absolutely right. I like the way you said that, that it's not up to the URL, right? It's not up to a
Yeah.
specific league. But from what I see on my end with working with a lot of the battlers in these leagues behind the scenes is that everyone's copying the format, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Mhm.
all the weird behavior, right, and that type of stuff, the weird business practices, it looks like everyone kind of saw one person do it, and now it's like we're all doing it. We're all going to do bad business. We're not going to have anyone sign contracts.
Mhm.
We're not going to care. We're just going to go. So
No, I mean you bring up a good point, and again, you know, everybody at one point was different. If you remember when battle rap first started, or not first started, let me not say that. When I first came about 2009, I think Grind Time was around like 2008. They had their own style. They had their own style of MCs, even their own format. I think it was like 90 seconds, a minute 30. Everything was judged. When URL came about,
yeah.
everybody adapted to what the URL was doing, which I thought was absolutely stupid. And it became and it's still to this day, the same stuff. Unlimited 50-minute rounds of gun talk and stupid shit. It even kind of watered down and made other battlers that like a Roan or some of these guys that did different things looked at as corny. Like it was just weird. But to answer your question in terms of like the responsibility of one, right? I say that because in boxing, right, there's multiple promotional companies, and a lot of them sign some of the same old people. Like they'll sign, let's say Shakur Stevenson goes to URL, right, and then his contract is up, and he'll go over here. Like these companies, even though sometimes they might not work with each other, they're still sharing talent the same way battle rappers. But the difference is they kind of they more so have the eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? And they do more to make it great in a sense. But with battle rap, it's more so about I don't know what it's about. That's the problem. Like it's just bad right now. It's just
I'm gonna tell you where it is and what it's about right now. Right now, battle rap has formed into a almost like a hangout type of thing, right? Like people, men and women, have realized that all I have to do is go to this event or go to a few events, right?
yeah,
Or like be around this certain area around a certain time, and I can hang out with my favorite battle rapper.
yeah,
I can hang out with the league owner. I can hang. So that is, I think, one of the top things that I don't want to say that I wanted to stop, but I think there has to be a little bit more of a separation between the fans and the battlers because the nostalgia of like Like, I don't think battle rappers almost realize that they're kind of like famous in our own world,
Yeah, yeah,
but you take your fame away the minute that you're mingling too much. So it's like the
yeah,
fans right now, I think we just are so close to them that we've lost the essence of who the battle rapper is. It's like, oh, he's not a battle rapper. That's just Tay Rock. But it's like, no, that's actually Tay Rock.
yeah. See, to also add to that is what separates a rapper from the fans. Also, a lot of it is financial. Like you got to think about it. Like
Yeah.
money. When you start making money, you start acting different. These guys aren't making money. So they're just like everybody else. They just rap, and also that's their focus. That's what they live for. A lot of them is to be
Hmm.
famous. Like it's just weird or popular, and you know, and it sounds crazy, but when it comes to rappers, actors, being less accessible also is it also comes with money and these a lot of these guys can't even don't even have a ride to go to events, so they have to go and hop in a car with a fan or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying in regards to that, but it's just different. Hold on, Jugga LB says battle rap died when people started cheering when battlers choked. I mean, you guys are kind of nitpicking. I mean, listen. The one thing about battle
Yeah.
rap is that it's not professional, and what I mean by that is you have so many people. I mean, think about it. In anything, any entertainment aspect of anything, battle rap probably leads the world in no shows and not being prepared, and stupidity. Like
Hmm.
it's just it's absolutely the most unprofessional environment you'll ever see. And to what you're saying is these guys hanging out with these people, smoking weed in the middle of the event with people. It's just a bunch of it's stupid. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? Like it's just
It is stupid. It's very stupid.
it's not very professional. Somebody said Anthony
And
Rose is
that's why I say I hate to be that person and put it all on the leagues, but as a league owner, it never made sense to me that you don't check in with your roster for the next card, right? Like, why don't I know if you have all your rounds down packed? Why don't I know that, you're showing up for sure, your contract is signed, and if for some reason you don't show up, said consequences will happen. Why, you know what I mean? Like, that's why and I hate to be that person, but I put a lot of this on the leagues and the league owners because they take on too much.
yeah.
And then by the time the event comes, you're so frazzled, you have so much on your plate that this is exactly why we need a show like this to make
Yeah.
battle rap great again, because you guys always forget about the fans. By the time you get to that event as a league owner and you open that door or whatever the case is and you're
Yeah.
ready to go, the last thing on your mind is what the fans are doing and how they feel coming into your building.
Yeah.
You will never see a league owner be like, hey, good afternoon, welcome in, thank you for coming to the... No,
No.
they don't care. They're so... by the time they have to deal with like all the stuff you just said, the no-shows, the flight, making sure the person is there, the food, the
Yeah.
deposits, the last person on the league owner's mind is the actual fan.
That's a good point, and it's kind of crazy because, like, I get it. Like, I've actually witnessed like battlers, literally, and this is facts. Not knowing they weren't going to these events for weeks. They don't care about the event. They just care about getting their bread, and that's why I say that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like these guys don't make enough money, so listen. How many scammers do we see? I'm not saying all battlers are scammers, but I mean, there's probably hundreds of no shows and hundreds of deposits that have never gotten paid back to the league owners. That's a fact. I'm not making this shit up. You know what I mean? So you're right. It's
Yeah.
not about the fans, but if you're a league owner, I can't put it necessarily on the league owner because they're trying to draw these guys and they're trying to do good business. A lot of these league owners, and I'm gonna be real, they're putting their last amount of money because they believe that these guys are gonna draw and double or triple their money. They're trying to do the right thing, but you're in an environment where everybody's trying to grab what they can grab. Elevate says too many. I mean, bro, there definitely has to be at least a couple of hundred to 300, 400 deposits that have never been returned. At least. At least. I can call 20
I
people right
believe
now and
it.
they'll tell you that. Like it's and again, that's what turns off the fans. And if fans see that, why would I take a battle rap show serious that they were gonna actually happen? That it was actually gonna live up to what it was, or people were actually gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like it's just crazy. Somebody says spaces kill battle rap, they way too
But
accessible.
that's what I mean. There has to be like a better system of checks and balances. Like when I was young, I remember I used to be in musical theater. We used to
Yeah.
have Hell Week, right? And I know it's a little bit different because people are traveling from all over the world, but I remember like the week of our show, if you didn't have your shit down packed when we went through Hell Week and we did those rehearsals and whatever it is, making sure that everybody's
Yeah.
ready,
Yeah.
you weren't going on. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be more of a check and balance, and maybe see, that's a perfect point that you just said.
Hmm.
You are. That's a perfect point. Like, okay, hold on, let's jot that down, right? Okay, look at all these deposits over the last couple of years that have been lost, not paid back, and this is what I mean about the following of a specific league in our culture.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the best business practice anymore. If I say to you, "Yo, Norb, I got this event. I need you to do 3 rounds. I'm paying you $1,000. When you show up to the event, you're going to get 500 in your cash app. By the time your round is done, you'll have your other 500." Maybe that's a better system than sending out all these deposits for all these years, and you guys keep doing the same thing, and these same battlers keep not showing up.
But you know
Like,
what it
use
is?
your head.
But think about this for a second too. These battlers are trying to grab what they can, right? And think about it. When you say consequences, what consequences are going to do? It'll cost me more to go get a lawyer, to go sue these guys, to bring them to court than the actual deposit. It would cost me more.
No, absolutely,
But
absolutely,
but that's why
absolutely.
these
I
battlers
don't
get
mean
away with it.
necessarily like that
Yeah.
because that is it's definitely yeah.
No,
But
I get it.
I can't. I'm not going to book you again. I'm not going to send you a deposit again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, absolutely. But you got to remember, every other day it seems like another person has a brilliant idea how they're going to be a battle rap league, and people just connect. I've seen it. They just keep collecting. Oh, this guy's open. Oh, this guy's around. Oh, this guy's going to do an event, and it's not like it costs a lot to book a battler. You feel me? So
right?
like anybody can start anybody in the world can start a battle league. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
It really isn't. And listen, it's like blood in the water. Sharks see it, or word. Like, bro, I remember I used to do so many hostings and stuff like that, right? And they, battles be like, yo, can you get me on the card? Like, and I would run into so many new leagues every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. These battlers know that they prey on it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh shit, I'm gonna get this 500 here, 600 here.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. And again, it's just. And it's sad because the people that are affected most are the actual fans because they actually want to see this shit. They actually want to pay for it. And there's no real
Right.
respect from the battlers to a lot of these fans. And I'm not saying that's everyone because there are some battlers that do show up when they're supposed to and things of that nature. They do promote, but it falls on a lot of people. Like even big leagues, they'll tell you like, yo, I can't even get this guy to drop a blog. Like it's crazy. Like I'm paying this guy, and I can't get
See,
an
and
interview.
even stuff like that. I've always said that needs to be separated. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm going to pay you $1,000, I'm going to tell you, look, I got 700 for you for this battle, and I got 300 for the promo. I'm going to give you a document, and I'm going to break down a schedule. From this time to this time, it's expected of you to do some type of promotion in this type of style.
yeah,
If you do, cool, you do get that extra $300. If those points and times and dates of promo scheduling is not met, you won't get that bonus. Like, I don't know. I guess because what I do, like, that's the whole point of what I do is to find ways to make money, to make profit, to make
Yeah.
return on your investment. So I just, like you said, like, it's very strange that we keep kind of like forcing ourselves to either regress or stay in this point in the culture.
but-
Like, it is a very small niche, but there's a lot of support and money that can be,
yeah,
kind of like squeezed out in a sense.
if it's done right, you can make money. But you got to remember too, a lot of times the battlers just satisfied by getting the initial money that they get, and they're fine by not even never showing up because all right, look, I got a free 400, 500, I got a free $1,500. They don't care because they all know what it is. I mean, it's just so unprofessional that it's bad. You know what I mean? You know, it's just it is what it
Hmm.
is, man. It's just it's a tough situation, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how. Uh, I don't know how people want to start a league. People always tell me all the time, "You want to start a league?" I'm like, "No, hell no. I would never. I would waste my time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not putting up. That's why I feel bad for people like Remy, ARP. I mean, and just anybody that's done a battle rap event. I've seen it. I mean, I remember Grind Time losing money. I remember, and a lot of it is not all battle rappers. I've seen league owners mess it up, uh, you know,
Right.
overdoing it or expecting, or you know what I'm saying. Like I've seen where battle league owners project they're gonna make a certain amount of money and don't make it, and now they don't have the money for the battlers. So it does go hand in hand. Like it's just bad. It's
Mm.
just
Right.
really
Right.
really bad. But you know, to the point of making it great again, there's a lot of things that got to come together in order for it to be profitable. And that's how battle rap can be great if it can become profitable. And I'm not saying some company coming in and just paying an outrageous amount of money. I'm talking about actual revenue coming into where now it's profitable for people to invest in it in order to make profit. Every time somebody's come
Right.
in that has been an investor or has been a quote unquote sponsor, they're just giving to lose. It's never something that they're getting back, and that's why battle rap is where it's at now. And you can't necessarily just blame that on one particular brand or one particular person. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that
Right.
goes into that. You know, so it's just crazy. But I think battle rap will have its next run. I don't know when. I don't know. I don't think it'll be now. I think battle rap's gonna go through a really bad time for the next couple years, and then maybe somebody comes along
Yeah,
that
I
understands what
agree.
they're doing and does it from there. But people, you know, people, I'd say this: the people that have been involved in battle rap, I don't think are the best business-minded people to this point. You know what I'm saying? And there has been some good business people. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted,
Yeah.
but no one has been able to turn a profit or make it profitable for anybody that's investing in it, right, on a consistent basis. And I think, you know, that's. I mean, listen, whenever you know, all these new podcasts that are coming out, right? They're getting there's money being handed out, and I'm not talking about thousands. I'm talking about millions. I mean, Gilly just got a big deal.
Hello.
Fucking Cam,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But there's money attached to these digital imprints. So battle rap has to find out a way how they can continue to grow it and expand their fan base. Peggy says also there are league owners that give battlers the deposit to get them there to the battle, and then the battle rapper has to fight to get the rest of the money. I mean, listen, that's what I say. It's not necessarily all on the battle rapper, to be honest with you, but you know, it is what it is.
Right.
Anthony Ross says, no disrespect, it's like you giving out dubs as nickels. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, guys, like the business of like people when they see 1 million views, 4 million views, they're thinking, oh, these guys are making bread, bro. A lot of these guys ain't got shit. Like with 2, 3 million views.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And 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 again, who does that fall on? Does it fall on the league owner? Does it fall on them? It falls on everybody. It really does. You know, when the money was there, what were you doing to continue to make that money grow? That doesn't just fall on the league owners; it falls on everyone. To be honest with you, but again, the way battle rap will come back is if it's gonna have to be done a completely different way, and you got to entice these companies to want to invest. The same way the podcasters are doing it. Podcasters are drawing in these large amounts of views, and they're getting paid. You know, somebody said about the content. Bro, I've seen some of the most disrespectful content being put out there by these podcasters, and they're making money. So I don't want to hear about
Hmm.
the, you know, the content. You know what I'm saying per se, because as long as it makes money, certain things will go away, certain restrictions will go away, and
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
and that's what it is. Hold
Or
on,
you find the right type of investor for your type of content.
Somebody said with explicit language, the leagues cannot get mainstream exposure unless they sign a deal with Netflix. That's absolutely false, bro. Have you seen guys like what's this guy's name? Tony Clifton, or bro, like freaking Howard Stern, freaking all of these podcasters that are putting out stuff with explicit language, sexual content, all types of things, but they're able to stabilize it and show they can make money, and that's how it makes money. I'm not trying to hear the content.
Right.
The content in
You
battle
find the
right now,
right investor for what your content is.
yeah. Listen, as long as it brings viewership and is done professionally, people are gonna pay for it, or these companies will pay for it. It has nothing to do with the. I hate when people say that YouTube doesn't want to use the explicit stuff, but I get that because they're trying to turn it into something completely different, right? But there's other platforms that are out there that are paying for this wild content that you see out there. What do you think? They're not. I mean, it's complete. I mean, listen, hip hop content is not very clean, bro. But guess what? Drill music is one of the top musics in the country. So if it's about the explicit language,
Yep.
what are you talking about? It's all about finding a way to capitalize off of it in a manner where everyone eats. And battle rap has not found that. So it's not necessarily about the actual content. It's about the operation of it, how to market it, how to package it, how to sell it. And clearly it hasn't been done right. And that's the difference. Like you can't say it's about explicit language when guys like Howard Stern have made $500 million to $1 billion calling people retards on the air. Like, this is just facts. Like, I mean,
Yep.
we're looking at what's the name, Tasha K, putting out stuff. We're looking at Cardi B is a former stripper / selling sex, and look at these female rappers, and people are making money as long as you can turn that explicit stuff into actual dollars. People are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Anthony Ross says '80s basketball, Magic Bird and Jordan, Magic Bird and Jordan, the Pistons, everyone else. Yeah, Norris was David Stern. I don't know what that means, but people gotta understand, bro. Like, there's always a million excuses as to why. Oh, YouTube is doing this, bro. There's other platforms. What's that kid's name? Kai Sennett. He's making fucking millions off of
Yeah, I'm sure.
Twitch.
And even, I mean, Geechee is on Patreon doing his show, isn't he? I think it's like $5 a month.
Yeah, I don't know the success rate because I know the Patreon is what's it called? It's the numbers are private, but yeah, I mean, listen, but I mean, listen, it is what it is. You have to find a way to package it, and I think battle rap can be successful. It just, somebody's gonna have to come in and package it in a way where these people are like, yo, I don't care what people are saying about it. It's gonna make money. Listen, you can't censor certain stuff. Like, that's only like on regular TV. You know what I'm saying? If YouTube decides to blur the stuff out, all right, cool. But there's also other platforms, if you do it right, that'll pay for it. Lurie says, how does battle rap get back to a good space? Big sponsor, less leagues, less battlers, structure. I think the last one you said, structure, and putting people with business sense around it and great ideas is how it'll get fixed. It has nothing to do with a big sponsor. Sponsors, guys, let's eliminate sponsors from battle rap. Sponsors is the dumbest shit in the world. And I'm gonna tell you why.
It really is. It really is. And like asking us to see, that's the other crazy part. Like asking us, the fans, to donate to things for the battlers when no one cares about how we feel is like insane. I'm tired of the sponsor thing. Like, we don't need sponsors at this point. Like, the same amount of energy you take in finding a sponsor, you should find in yourself, like branding yourself, or like you said, the marketing. Find someone. I feel like it's much easier to work with, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if we have an exchange as opposed to a sponsor, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if I
No
say to
more
you, look,
handouts.
I want to do this. Yeah, that's exactly. Stop with the handouts. Thank you.
But that's what battle rap has been built on. Battle rap has been built on over the last few years on handouts. It's just the facts.
That
It's been
that is
like
so spot on. That is so
people
spot
gotta
on.
understand that it's been. Oh, we need to find we need to find some sucker that's gonna put up $100,000. We gotta find a sucker that's gonna put up five. Who's gonna pay Mook? We gotta find. Hey, let's call this guy right here. Let him put up 50,000. It's never. Let's come to the table. Let's get this money and let's break bread. It's always let's find somebody to give us money in order for us to do this event. And that's a big problem. That's not how business works. That's just facts. You know what I mean? You know, people don't understand that. You can't build a business on handouts. It doesn't work that way. Businessmen respect businessmen. You know what I'm saying? If I give you 100,000, what are you giving me in return? That's just how life is. Never in any business have I ever seen people like, yo, we got to find a sponsor to throw this event. That's not longevity. That's to fix the. That's like putting a piece of gum on a dam that's damaged. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't hold it doesn't hold on to longevity. Yours the main ones getting sponsorships. It's not. It's again. They're not the only ones that have done that. What are you talking about? There's other
Yeah,
people that have
definitely
done
not the only one.
it. Or whether it's
And I feel like, you know
yeah.
what, when you're in that situation, you put yourself in a bubble because you feel like you owe someone,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
as an artist and as a company, you almost take away your full ownership, because if someone's sponsoring, then they're kind of like, you got to give them a say.
People don't understand too. And again, I know a lot of athletes that have put up money, and I've actually taken money from athletes to do an event, right? But how do you get an athlete to actually invest, right? You know how when they hand you 100,000 and you hand them back an extra 50,000 on top of that, then they turn around and say, "Wait a minute, I made money off of this. Let's do this again." Not I just gave 100,000. And hey, did you like the battles? This was great, right? All right, yeah. And I'm gonna hit you in another couple months for another $50,000 to $100,000. That's not how it's run. That's not how it works. And that's how battle rap has been operating for a long time. And people hit me up all the time like, yo, I'm looking for sponsors. Guys, you got to remember, Nike sponsors champions, right? They go out and go get Tiger Woods. They go out and get Michael Jordan. They go out and get LeBron James, right? Why do they do that? Because they have a following, right? And they can get people to sell sneakers, products, stuff like that. They have an exposure that's large. Nobody in battle rap does that. Nobody can do that. Battle rap isn't big enough. You know what I mean? And people don't realize that. That's why people invest. It's not even a sponsor. They're investing in these individuals to draw people in, to sell other things. You know what I mean? Somebody said, if we don't have an international star like the NBA, we dead. You don't. Young boy Gerald McCoy has put up a lot of money for events. I mean, duh. But Gerald is a different case. Like, Gerald was never... See, people... And it's crazy. People need to appreciate Gerald more because Gerald just wanted battles to happen. He didn't care about bringing money. He was never an investor. He was like, all right, bro, these are my friends. I think they're my friends. I'm going to throw my friend an extra 20,000 to do this because he's my friend. I don't never believe these guys are his goddamn friend. But he has a heart where he's like, you know what? I love the sport so much. I have money. These guys don't. Here you go. This is a different situation. Like, it's businessmen operate differently. They're like, yo, like I'm not. Like I watched some an interview, right? And people were upset at Jay-Z, right? His cousin or his nephew or something was like, yo, let me get $10,000 to start something, right? And Jay was like, no, why am I gonna give you 10,000? Why? Because Jay-Z's like, yo, if I give you 10,000, what are you going to give me? What are you going? That's how business works. It doesn't work like, yo, let me just do this and no, nigga, that's not how it works. People don't understand that shit, and that's how battle rap has been operating for way too long. Somebody said, Lori says, so would you say you overall mismanaged the caffeine money, gave out too willingly, trying to show love rather than expand the brand of battle rap as a whole? First of all, let's take show love out the way. Nobody was showing love. Okay? Let's not listen. When it comes like there's no such thing as, yo, we're gonna show love and pay you more. That's not how it is. When you pay somebody something, you're paying them with an expectancy of them being able to generate the type of popularity or drive numbers up in order for you to get more money. There's no showing love. The NBA, the NFL doesn't sign Patrick Mahomes to a $500 million deal because they're showing love. They're paying him $500 million because they believe he's going to sell
Hello.
jerseys. Yeah, like there's no such thing as that. Now, whether they mismanaged it or not, I don't know, or whatever their business manager, whatever. Did they mismanage something? They probably did. I can't necessarily corner because I don't know necessarily what they would mismanage. But at the end of the day, none of us know the deal, right? So they're out of the situation now.
I
That's
mean,
all we
some
know.
of us, some of us were a little bit privy. Some of us were a little bit privy due to I forgot the lovely woman's name who was breaking down some of the
Oh, I know you're talking about.
legalities in that case. So technically, and this is me speaking solely from myself, Queen Prophet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, a lot of that money was mismanaged, and a lot of it was supposed to go to the battlers, and it never reached that destination. So absolutely, and actually, I'm glad. I don't know who said that, but I would love to make that point also before we get out of
What,
here.
what,
Is
what,
that that's another issue that has been happening in battle rap for a long time: the mismanagement of funds.
why do you hold on? Why do you say that it wasn't reaching the battlers? I don't understand that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, from I wish I could remember the woman's name. She
Dr.
had
Rosie, I know you're talking
she
about.
has a degree in law.
Yeah.
Dr. Rosie. So she was basically breaking down a little bit of, the scenario that happened over there. And she was explaining that, very lightly, like, let's say, for example, caffeine said, all right, here's $10 for this event.
Okay.
And you have this card coming up, disperse this keep $3 for whatever, and this $7 out of that 10 allocate it for said battler, right?
Okay.
Allocate it for this event, the promo, this specific battler, XYZ. And it never would reach the battler. It never reached that person. It was kept within, certain people. So absolutely, if you look at the case of what is public, right, that we are privy to, that's 100% what happened over there. The mismanagement of caffeine funds and money. And then it's like when you have someone who's blowing you with money, you want to disperse it and make it grow. But that's not what was happening.
I can't 100% agree with you because I'm going to say this. First of all, we don't know, or people don't know publicly, what was given for what it was given for, whatnot. Right now, I never heard any of these battlers complaining about not getting paid until the money started to dry up, until they backed off caffeine or whatnot. Right, because they were throwing a lot of events, stuff like that. So I don't think that the money wasn't getting to these battlers, but I think maybe caffeine was just like, I'm not getting what I'm paying for from the battlers or from everyone or from the entire process. I don't think you could say that the battlers weren't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Now, were they getting paid? What's the word I'm looking for? Status quo? I don't know. I don't like you negotiate what you negotiate, right? But again, that falls on the battler for not doing their homework,
Right.
and on the other side of it, I really didn't never heard bro. I've seen battlers talk about how much money they were getting. Oh, they were getting all of this. So I don't necessarily think it was that. I just don't think that the game plan was executed the way, or the expectation was never met to what they expected. And there's a lot of things that added on to that. Hold on, you back? No, is he back on? What? No, I'm not, Reem. DJ said the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, won't allow battle rap to be broadcast. It has to have a rated R restriction and broadcast on pay-per-view. So let me break this down to you. The FCC is for public radio. You can do stuff that's private. So if you're on Twitch, you can do it. Because you pay for Twitch or a subscription-based thing. You can curse on certain other platforms. It's not necessarily, you can do it on Netflix, you can do it on other things. The FCC regulates, if I'm not mistaken, It regulates public radio and stuff like that, or TV. And who cares if it's rated R? It has nothing to do with that. Listen,
Right.
if battle rap were successful, if they were drawing money in like that, all those things can be made whole. If that was the case, all right, let's say if that was the case, then the URL wouldn't be able to have an app, no, because that stuff is being broadcasted on there. So
Right.
it's not necessarily FCC regulates like regular radio and stuff like that. No international stars. Battle rap didn't follow the sports format. Um, it's more than it's. Listen, when you have a league, right? Whether it's the NBA, NFL, it's structure. It starts from the top coming down. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
Mhm.
necessarily just that. You do help. You do need to build the stars. That's a big part of it, but also the structure. I mean, watch that Lakers show that's on HBO, right? When basketball is going to go out of business, what did Jerry Buss do? He focused on the fans, bringing fans in, making it into the show, because now you grow loyalty. I think there's a lot of things that did not
Yeah.
transpire in order to help battle rap become successful. Louis says the change is battle rap has become too accessible. Stars aren't stars anymore in the fans' eyes. No, I mean, yeah, because I don't know. It's just weird, man. Like it's just a lot of shit that's weird. There's a market for explicit content. Battle rap is one of those niche markets that can't afford to be watered down. Um, yeah, I mean, listen, there's no structure. Listen, let's be real. There's no structure to battle rap. Like for
At
instance, I,
all.
I watched a battle. This was years ago where a guy rapped. It was a 2 minute time limit, and like one guy rapped 2 minutes, and the other guy rapped six and a half. And I was just sitting there like, bro, like that's not even cool. Like, it's too long. And you gotta think about it. In this generation, and I remember I got offered a deal. I got offered a deal by Snapchat, right? So check this true story.
Mhm.
I got offered a deal by Snapchat, and I don't know if I can talk the specifics, but one thing that stood out about the deal with Snapchat was the market that they were chasing, right? And the type of
Mhm.
content that they wanted created due to the fact of the generation that they're going after, right? And the generation they're going after likes a minute and a half type of stuff. They want to get in, they want to get out. Now let's take it a step further. The NFL, right? They're a fast action league. They want more offense. They want more scoring. NBA wants more 3-point shots, more dunks. They want more excitement. People want these companies want stuff that's going to feed the appetite of the fans that want the stuff right then and right there. Battle rap is 45,
Right.
50 minutes, 60 minutes. You're fucking snoring by the time the guy's done. You have to have a type of structure that works for what people want to see today. And having something that is going on for hours at sometimes that it's not entertaining.
Mhm. 8 hours.
Yeah, it's not
Eight
entertaining.
hours.
Facts. He said WWE moved to Netflix now because TV restricted too much. And I don't know if that's the case because they still did. It's not necessarily because TV restricted it, but you also got to remember TV restricted it because they're actually run by the FCC. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. But in regards to what I was just saying, the people. Think about it. Music. I watched the artist the other day say, "Yo, now it's a hook, one verse, hook, song's over." Before it used to be hook, it used to be it used to be verse, hook, verse. I mean, 3 verses, 3 hooks. Songs are 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Now stuff is a minute, maybe a minute 30, and battle rap is an hour long thing. So you either got to be a hardcore fan in order to follow it, just love it that much. But the people today don't want to be, don't want to be, and we want to be entertained. Instagram's doing reels, YouTube's doing reels. These are things that are a minute, minute and a half long because they want to keep the consumer glued in, and that's what it is. And battle rap is a completely different format that puts people to sleep, and people don't understand. Like, if you're doing battle rap, you have to make it more structured. Anthony says, not being a pain, you got drill.
How do you feel about the? How do you feel about that, Norbs? Like, you know how on Instagram and a lot of different social media platforms, the battlers can't necessarily promote because of different licensing agreements and stuff.
Well, I'll say this. You sign that contract, right? And I think battlers have to learn that if you want something, then you have to fight for it, right? So if you're signing over your rights and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, you know, these companies own. If you sold it, you know, it is what it is. If you want to prevent that, then act like a business, act like a grown ass man. Hold on, Queen. There's another person. Somebody was calling in. If you want to act like a business, then you got to run like. If you want to run like a business, act like a business. You got to run like a business. A12, what's up? A12, what's up?
Yo, what up, Norb?
All right, so how you doing, brother?
Chilling, it's ADO.
How you doing?
But yeah, like you're saying, when I was watching the pay-per-view for Power Move, you know, a lot of them battles was hold it down. You know, the Atlanta crowd was talking a lot, so there was a bunch of hold it downs to Big K's battle with Twerk,
Yeah.
and there was some with T-Rex's battle with Swamp, and then when they put the battle out, they got all that in there. It's like, man, y'all need to edit all that out. And all the runbacks bringing it back. Let it just be edited to where one, hey, you say it once, and you know what I mean? Just get the battle over with. Because like you said, by the time a lot of these battles go finish, it's an hour long. It's like
Yeah.
you falling asleep, like you said.
No, absolutely.
It's crazy.
And I don't think people actually understand. Like, it's just you can't have something organized that's not organized, right? So, if, you know, you got guys rapping for 4 minutes, another guy 15 minutes. Like, bro, I've seen guys rapping
Right.
around for 20 minutes. That's not organization. You're just letting guys go. That's not going to bring in casuals. Casuals are very important for businesses to run because they want more people just to tune in. The hardcores are what it is, but you got to build casuals, and casuals aren't going to tune in to a 2-hour fucking battle. Like 10-hour events.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I got another call. Let me grab this one. Hold on. 805, what's up, man? You're live on the show. What's popping?
Yo, what's going on? First off, salute and respect to you, Nord, and salute and respect to everybody watching. I'm kind of
Appreciate you.
shocked just because I just tuned in just right now. I'm stunned because I remember you saying you was done with battle rap. You
Yeah,
was
I
never
am.
going to deal with it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because it's crazy. I was like, wait, what is this doing? And so I think the topic tonight is, just trying to make battle rap great again.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to get back to what it was, and I think it's because the money's not there anymore,
That's
like
not
it was, during. Yeah, that's not it. You don't think so?
No. Even when the money was
I
there,
think
it
there's
wasn't what
talent
it was.
issues as well.
No, listen. So you can't. Battle rap wasn't done the right way in the beginning. Period. So what I mean by that is
Okay.
structure. Businesses work on structure, understanding who you're selling your product to, right? And that's what I was
Yeah.
saying in regards to this generation. And I was saying I got offered a deal, right? And when they broke down the deal to me, they completely gave me a structure as to how they want to sell the product as well as who they're targeting, because this target audience, right, they want videos that are a minute and a half, 2 minutes, right? And,
Yeah,
and when I
yeah.
seen when I seen the numbers, it blew me away. Like, these are numbers that battle rap would never see, and I'm talking about never, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what I'm saying by that is a market that you cannot duplicate in regard. You cannot battle rap cannot succeed in because it's too long. It's not structured. You don't
Yeah.
know. There's no winners. There's no champions. This shit is 2 hours long. I just watched this for an hour and a half, and I don't know. There's no winner. There's no nothing. There's no champions. You got to think about it. Nike. What do they focus on? Champions, right? Nike wants champions. They get Tiger Woods. They get LeBron James. They get Kobe Bryant. They get Michael Jordan. They focus on greatness, champions. There's no such thing in battle rap, ever. So how do you market this to a Nike? How do you market this to a Reebok, an Adidas? Adidas had David Beckham. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do
Yeah.
you market it? So people got to understand when it comes to pushing a product, you have to push it in a way, especially if you're looking for Nike or these guys, that they can benefit off of. Now, if you're going to sell
Well,
it to a platform, right? Let's say a platform,
mhm.
that platform has to fit who their target audience is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
You don't fit the product to the target audience. I mean the audience to the target, you know, whatever. You fit, you know, you
Yeah.
got to fit the format to the people. So if they're like, yo, we like
Mhm.
2-minute videos, right? You're not going to sell them a
Mhm.
4-minute video. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So people don't understand it, and battle rap is so badly structured from the top down. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That you have to press reset in order for it to be successful. But are people willing
Yeah.
to do that? I don't believe so.
Yeah. And that is a good point. Because the structure of battle rap definitely
It's
could use a
terrible.
change if you're trying to market in that way. But here's another problem: is when you change the structure, you got to wonder, can battle rap still stay true to itself? When you talk about the marketing to like Nike and all these brands,
Yeah.
there's no way you could put somebody like Arsenal. You can't put like an Arsenal or QB anywhere near any one of those brands because
Okay.
their style alone is not gonna. Nike is not gonna stand by someone talking about killing children, which he's done, and talking about hitting your moms and all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
live, But that's battle rap. The disrespect, that's battle rap. So it's hard to say that you're going to be able to market these things
Okay.
when you
So
have,
let me give you an example.
and not only that, but also the audience. One second, the audience
Yeah.
as well. You look at the audience, if they're talking about 2-minute videos, you're talking about people that aren't going to deal with people that are super complex. I feel like if you do that, you're going to lose, and not lose them, but that audience is not going to want to hear luck, rum, daylight, something super
But who,
intricate. They're
but
just
who
going to stand
cares?
there.
You're naming individuals instead of an actual culture. You're basing this over 4 or 5 people instead of an actual structure. It doesn't work that way. Think about this for a second. Disney, right?
What?
Disney
Okay.
bring over Marvel, right? And people are like, it'll never work. Them doing rated R stuff. They didn't want to do nothing rated R, right? All of a sudden, Netflix takes the Marvel show, right? They do the Punisher, they do Daredevil, they do Punisher rated R, and it gets some of the highest views ever, right? To the point where they go out of their element and say, you know what? We're gonna use Deadpool, right? The raunchiest, most foul-mouthed superhero, and put him into this MCU that has never seen this before, and it became the biggest thing ever. Now, what I'm saying by that is this: you said you can't use an Arsenal, you can't use a QB. We don't know that. We don't know how it's going to be accepted if it's formatted a certain way. And there's other platforms that may do it. Maybe you can't sell them to a Nike, but maybe you can sell them to a New Balance. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, without structure, right, I'm just being real. But you can't focus on those guys. Are we focusing on Arsenal and QB, or are we focusing on an entire genre that we want to grow? And you can't. Who cares
No,
if nobody wants to listen to Loaded Lux? I don't give a shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But
Okay.
as a businessman, if you want this culture to grow, it's not about an individual. It's about actually making the culture grow. You're naming, listen, Loaded Lux
Okay.
raps for 6.5 hours. Not everybody wants to do that. It's something that's very, it's on a smaller scale. But if a business wants to push and make this great, you have to structure it to where the masses see it and not a certain amount of people.
Yeah. Well, then I think what you're talking about is you're talking about a mainstream version of battle rap. So then
I'm just
essentially
talking
what
about
you're
a
going to
successful
have,
version.
well, okay, a financially successful version, because
I mean,
that would what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
you're
no, I'm
talking
sorry.
about is a more watered down version of what battle rap was or is, or the battle rap I grew up listening to, which is cool because that's palatable for mainstream. And that was my point, is that's going to be more palatable for mainstream, right? You can't, like you just said, Lux and all, he does rap for a long time, and a lot of things goes over people's heads that are in the building that love battle rap and have. So the mainstream's not going to want to hear that. They're not going to want to decipher rounds. They either want to get it immediately or not. That's why when all the flood of the new people came in and they started watching battle rap during, that era in 2020, and all that stuff was going on. I don't want to say too much because you're on YouTube, but that's why they gravitated towards certain battle rappers, right? I think that was also a test as well, or a kind of a test of what you're talking about, because that was the mainstream stuff, because they were getting pumped so much by URL and I forgot who the backers were that were really trying to blow battle rap up at the time. So they did cater towards, your Squirts, guys that they punchlines just hit. You don't have to think too much. And I'm not disrespecting Squirts, but immediately they gravitated towards certain guys. So if we're talking about what you're saying, pushing the culture towards more mainstream, then you're going to get a more watered down version of battle rap, which is fine because it's going to make you money. But I think that's going to separate two genres. You're going to have mainstream battle rap, and you're going to have underground, like dirty battle rap that, where dudes just come and spit like they've been doing, and they can talk that talk and say whatever they want to say. So I think that's what you're going to have.
It's not going to be watered down. Structure doesn't mean watered down. What I mean by structure is there is no winners in battle rap. There isn't. There's no champions. What is the ultimate goal? Is it the ultimate goal is to battle against Loaded Lux and Murder Mook? That's your championship? You got to understand, bro. People sell events. People sell greatness. They sell superstars. You have to organize it in a way in order for it to be sold. If I go present this to, I don't know, some CEO of a company, they're going to ask you, so let me ask you a question. So what's the end game to this? Who's the champion? How do we continue to move this forward? And there hasn't been an answer for that in how many years? You got to understand, structure doesn't mean watering down. Structure means actually having something that has a point A to a point B and that they can sell. Now, rules, having stuff a certain amount of time, having, in terms of content, I think you can always go around it as long as it's making money. But the main thing is structure, which it hasn't had. Bro, that's the problem. And you got to understand, bro, like, even if you're an NFL fan, NFL used to be more of a game where people would run. It was more about running backs. It was more about running the ball, right? More about defense. What did the NFL do? Hey, we got to change this a little bit because we want to score more points. We want to see these guys throwing the ball more. It became more of a quarterback-driven league. Why did it become a quarterback-driven league? Because that's what sells tickets. And that's what I'm saying about battle rap. In order for it to hit the masses, and again, I don't care about the hardcore fan like that, right? It's cool to have the hardcore fan, but how do you grow this into these guys actually being able to make a living off of it? In order for it to become successful and become big, you have to have structure. And that's my main argument. It's the structure aspect of it. In terms of the material, you can always tweak that around. You know what I'm saying? But you can't base it off of, well, people are gonna not gonna listen to Lux as much. I don't give a shit. Lux is almost 50 years old. Like, you gotta go sometime, bro. You need, and there's no slight at him. But what? How do leagues continue to grow? Right? Think about it. When Kobe left, it was LeBron. LeBron's out the window. You got Luka. You got to continue to grow within and also with the people that are paying for the sport, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No, listen. I get you, and there's some things that could be done. Actual, time battle. Like you said, you can structure it to where you put the time on the screen or whatever. You can also, there's been talked about this for years, actual winners and losers, actually judging the battles, which has been done in the past. I think
but not
at Ice and Cortez, I think had a judge. But so you can judge battles and there's things you can change. Yeah. But if we're talking about selling it to a mainstream audience, when you talk about structure, I'm telling you, Norb, the material has to be changed. It has to be, because you cannot there's certain places that you're not going to be able to go. For instance, Tay-Rock is a great example. How many people talk about, accuse Tay-Rock of dealing with, transsexuals?
Okay.
That's been going on for a long time. If you do that on a mainstream, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some real problems. And there's other issues, not issues, but other things in battle rap that have been touched on. And if you do that on a mainstream stage, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have problems.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you talk about it as disrespectfully. So that's when you talk about structure, and that's why I keep saying that's the point that I'm bringing. I'll let you go ahead and get the final word.
I appreciate you. Now, listen, anything that you do, you're going to have that. You're going to have problems. You're going to have pushback. It just is what it is. It comes with life. Comedians get pushbacks. People will push him back. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle can't do the same jokes that he was doing in 2020. I mean, 2000 as opposed to now. It's always going to be some type of change. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But something is better than nothing. Just to be honest with you. You know what I mean? What you guys have today, it's not great. You know what I'm saying? It isn't. And a lot of you guys are complaining about it. Now, that's the only reason I'm actually hosting this Let's Make Battle Rap Great Again, because I want you guys to give your opinion. So maybe somebody out there hears it and say, hey, you know what, maybe this is a good idea, let me do this type of thing, right? Because without you guys, without the fans of this shit, there is no battle rap, dog. Like there really isn't, you know. And again, in order to cross, like I'm saying, in order to cross to the mainstream, right? You have to structure it and package it in a way that the mainstream is going to be able to sell it. All this stuff about getting sponsors and people just or suckers just giving up money is never going to stabilize something, and that's just all I'm saying.
No, listen, man. I hear you. I think it's tough, and I just don't think
I didn't say it was gonna be
they
easy.
tried. Listen, I keep forgetting the name of the company that came in with URL right now.
Oh, you're talking about caffeine?
Put in my mind.
Caffeine?
Yeah, when caffeine came in, they tried. They pumped money into it. I mean,
What did
battle
they do?
rap was on a bigger.
What did they do
They
different?
pumped so much money into it.
But what did
They
they
threw
do
money.
different?
It was crazy.
But what
Yeah,
did they
well,
do different?
yeah.
They did the same
They
fucking
did.
thing.
Yeah, still no judge battles, and I get that, but I just don't know. I don't, and we've seen it before. We've seen Snoop try to come in, all these guys try to come in. I just think that battle rap, in particular, the art form, how it works, like the structures, how quick, like it's tough, man. It's tough.
Listen, it's not tough if you know, if you set the goal and you make it happen. Snoop Dogg came out. Snoop Dogg was never in this. He never built this type of a business or a sport or whatever. Like guys, everybody came in. Everybody feels like he could do something, but it takes a lot of know-how. It takes a lot of grit, and it takes balls. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? You can continue to do the same thing over and over and over. You can't expect a different result. That's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm gonna say it a million times, in order for this culture to grow, there has to be a complete reset, period, from the top all the way to the bottom. And I agree with you. But it can't happen. It's just got to be done in a different way.
Well, I mean, just judge battles, I think, would go a long way, but still. But listen, salute to you, North. I got to get up out of here. Salute and respect to the audience as well. Listen, keep doing this, North. I want to see. I know you said you was done, man, but come on. I want to see more battle rap talk out of you because I love, watching you.
Well, I'm gonna do something. I told people bi-weekly. I'll do something just for you guys, but definitely not. I'm definitely not in this game, but I'll do something for you guys can call up and voice your opinion. But I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Salutes, man. You have a go.
My guy. Yeah, I mean, guys, man, that's all I'm saying. And listen, nobody holds more blame than anybody else. That's all I'm saying is this is something that has to structurally be torn down and brought back up. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying, But can it be successful? Absolutely. Will it be successful? Probably not the way it is right now. I'm definitely not. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes something got to fall, another to be brought up, right? So maybe it shit just goes to shit right now, and all of a sudden somebody comes along and fixes the whole situation and makes it great. Who knows? But at this current state, it is what it is. But on that note, I appreciate everybody calling. I'm going to be launching the days that I'll be doing this for people. If you guys enjoyed it, leave it in the comments. You know what I mean? And we're gonna take it from there. Definitely gonna do something bi-weekly, but also tune into my boxing shit. The boxing shit is dope, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Y'all gonna rock with me. But again, man, it's your boy Norbes, and I am out of here.
I got so much motherfucking design on right now. Every time, bring it back, nigga, come